Hello everybody, it's Yashar here, back again with another video to help you experience something new today. In this video, I will quickly review Moto 360 second generation with the latest Android Wear update. Before starting the review, let me quickly answer your two main questions about this smartwatch. Number 1. At the end of 2017 and beginning of 2018, is this watch still worth the money? In other words, should you buy this smartwatch? The answer is it depends on your needs. It's not a super fancy smartwatch and it doesn't have any unique features. However, the watch does have a good build quality, a range of sensors on board, and it looks good on the wrist. I personally don't recommend getting the watch at crazy $400 price point on Amazon, but if you can find a good deal online and if you like the look of the watch, then go for it. Number 2. Right now, between all of the available options, Samsung Gear Sport, Samsung Gear S3, Apple Watch, LG Watch Style, Huawei Watch, and even the new Fossil Explorer smartwatch. Is this Moto 360 the best smartwatch out there you can get? The answer is definitely no. No, it's not on top of the food chain like Gear S3, Apple Watch, Huawei Watch, LG Watch Sport, or even Fossil Watch, and in this video, I will explain why. The original Moto 360 was one of the most hyped smartwatches which released in 2014. Moto 360 second gen launched almost 1 year later and promised to bring more features. However, except some minor design elements and upgrades, it failed to solve two most important problems of the first gen smartwatch: flat tire and battery life. Let's talk about display. The ugly flat tire of the first gen Moto 360 is still here. It has a semi-round LCD display, yes, LCD display, with resolution of 360 by 325 for 42mm model and 360 by 330 for 46mm model. The screen is not a deal breaker, but it's definitely not on par with AMOLED displays on Samsung Gear S2 and S3. The color contrast of AMOLED displays is definitely superior to this LCD panel, but the screen is not garbage. It's still a good screen with vibrant colors. The most important difference between second gen and first gen Moto 360 is customizability of second gen smartwatch. It has two different sizes for men's, 42mm case which require a 20mm band and 46mm case which require a 22mm band, and for women's it has a 42mm case which has a 60mm band. It also comes in different colors: gold, rose gold, black and silver, and you have the option to further customize the watch using Moto Maker. So it has so many different options to customize your watch, depends on your personal taste. Physically, they moved the watch button a little bit higher on this generation, but that's it. The watch crown doesn't do any special task other than opening the main menu. The whole device is also water resistant to IP67. It means you can't swim with a watch like the Samsung Gear Sport. It has wireless charging mechanism which works great. It has heart rate sensor, accelerometer, gyro, ambient light sensor, and it has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity in order to connect the watch to your mobile device. It has a 4GB internal storage for your musics and 512MB RAM plus dual microphones. For sport activity tracking, it can use Moto Body app to monitor your health and sport activities, and overall it works good. Overall, I like Moto 360 second gen smartwatch as an acceptable and functional smartwatch, but like every single watch that I review on this channel, there are always some aspect of a watch that I don't like. First thing I don't like about this Moto 360 second gen is battery life. Motorola claims the battery lasts 1 full day with ambient on and at least 1.5 days with ambient off. But to be honest with you, you need to charge your watch every single night. The watch usually died on me before the end of the day, or I left with around 20% battery, which again means I should charge my watch that night. Maybe it's because I receive a large number of notifications, but it is what it is. The battery life is not good. Even if I try to turn off ambient mode, it's still not a decent battery life. Next thing I don't like about Moto 360's second gen is this flat tire design. I already point out this design flaw, but hey, when LG, Huawei, Samsung and even Fossil can come up with a completely circular 360 design, why Motorola can't do this? It's really ugly and I don't like this design at all. Next, again, I mentioned this in review, but the screen quality. You can't expect much from an LCD panel in 2018. The quality is not bad by any means, but if you closely compare the screen with the Gear S3, Apple Watch or even Huawei Watch, you will understand the difference. It's like day and night. The texts are incredibly sharp on AMOLED displays and blacks are purely black. On Moto 360 everything is a little bit whitish, creamish and texts are not that sharp. Next, no NFC on the watch, which means you can't use the watch with Android Pay, which is disappointing. Next, no speakers on board. It's not a deal breaker, but I definitely prefer to have a speaker on my watch. Finally, no rotating bezel, no crown, and no additional button. It means if you want to navigate through the menus, you should actually touch the screen. If you ever use rotating bezel on Gear S3 or crown on Apple Watch or LG Watch style, you will understand how useful this feature can be. My final verdict for Moto 360 second gen is a 6 out of 10. It's a functional and nearly good looking smartwatch, but without a decent screen, without a decent battery life, with this flat tire design, and without NFC for Android Pair, I couldn't give it a higher score. If Motorola ever decide to make a new watch, if they can fix all of these issues and the most important one, the flat tire design, then I would like to increase the watch score. But until that time, I see you guys in the next video. Farewell.